The first step is to create the 2D panels that we are going to use with paneling tools. So notice that I copy these two curves to the other side. And let me show you more or less what I have. I created this with the control point curve, and all I did was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Then I mirror this to the other side, mirror, and voila. So this is what I have. And in order to create the pattern, I'm going to turn on history, go to transform, array, polar, select the two curves, select the center, and the number of item is going to be 4. Hit enter, enter, and there I have it. Let me do it one more time. Right click to this side. This is the center. How many? 4, but don't forget to turn on history. Don't forget that. Enter, enter. Now let's see if this is working. If I select this one and I scale it just a little bit, all of them should update. Let me do it over here. If I rotate this one, all of them should update. Perfect. Let me scale to the just a little bit. Beautiful. Now we do have these two tiles. Save them and let us continue with the second part of this exercise. So we already have the 2D tiles. Let us create the surface where we are going to distribute all those 2D panels. So notice that on my computer, I already have a curve on the bottom and a curve on the top. I went to curves, utility, and rebuild. And I rebuilt both of them to degree 3 and 5 control points. Then I created this ruled surface in between those two, with the idea that maybe later on I might want to edit these curves and get something like this. Notice that I already have internalized, so I would like to clear, select the one on the floor, and select the one on the top. And there you go. So now I can go back and move the points where they were. So this is more or less the surface that I want to have over here. Once I have that, I want to go to paneling tools, grid, and select surface parameter. I like this one a lot because I can control, and let me show you. Let me turn on enable. I can control the offset. Notice that I can go inside just a little bit, maybe 5%, maybe 5%, 5, and let's get this one to 95. So now I have control and a little bit of offset inside. And I have control of how many in the U direction and how many in the V direction. So I'm going to leave it right there, 7 by 7. And the last step, and let me disable this one, is to create the random attraction and the weight attraction. Let me show you. And they are right here. Paneling tools, grid attractors, random attraction, and weight attraction. So with this one, I can move them just a little bit. Don't get too excited. Maybe 0.12. Let me turn it off. Turn on this one. And notice that now I can deform them with the weight. Just a little bit. Using the direction that this random attraction is giving me. There, maybe just a little bit more. And now you can increase or decrease the grid. So this is the second part. Let us see what we have to do for the third. And I think you already know the end of the story. And step number 3 is to go to Paneling Tools, Panel 2D, and drag and drop Morph 2D. So this is what I have. And let me enable, and don't forget, we are coming, and let me hide the display of the attractor, and I need to select, I need to decide which of the two I want to use. So let me use this one. Enter, and there you see it. Beautiful, right? You can increase the step in the I direction. You can increase the step in the J direction. Let me go back to one-on-one, go to the front, and if I start playing with the random attraction and weight attraction, look what happens. Ooh, this is really nice, really nice. I can decrease maybe to 6, maybe to 6, or 5 and 5. It's up to you, and continue playing with this. But here is the best part. Let me go back to perspective and maybe use 2 viewports. There. Let me increase this one over here. So remember, I'm working with this one. So if I select those two and scale them there, I can rotate them there. Let me undo, and go inside and have the control points on, and maybe push this one over here and push that one over here. You see that? Everything is changing over here. I can bring that point maybe in right there. So you see all the possibilities that you have is incredible. Undo, undo. So you have the possibility to go back to your definition and say, oh, I don't want those. I want this. Enter. And there you go. Let me scale this one. So this one is the one that had history. How tricky is that? Perfect. So now you know how to work with history and Morph 2D.